I work as an embodiment professional and I also try to stay informed. And often those things do not combine very well because the current events feel very disembodying, especially for me in a woman's body, that the violence towards women, the aggression towards women and children, the willingness to like throw mothers into the meat grinder of institutional violence are all very frightening and real to me. And I have to kind of draw boundaries with how much I'm informed because of that. I really try, and I try to fact check my sources and all of those things. But as I'm coming on today, I just thought it would be worth talking about how important the resistance in your rhetoric is, the resistance in your language, the resistance in words, because we, most of us who have grown up in patriarchal cultures are pushed into framing things in violent, aggressive, us versus them terms, in which we are in which we're pushed into roles of seeing ourselves as soldiers, as seeing ourselves as fighting some kind of battle, whether that's with communism or with like a local person who's in a different congregation or whatever. On my LDS mission, I was constantly being militarized, constantly being called the Green Berets. We were constantly sent home with scriptures to read about the war, the battle that we were in, and it shows up in my journals all the time. And one of the most important things that I think I've learned through my own intuitive attempts at deconstruction is that reclaiming your language and like using your language to consistently reinforce how you want to humanize other people is one of the most incredible, transformative, and beautiful acts of resistance that you can perform at an individual level. You know, there are all of these changes that we really need at a systemic level, but most of us are not we're not leaders in the system, and we don't have the power to just like make that happen. We can show up at protests and we can write articles or we can do other like small things, but one of the ways that you can really consistently and thoroughly start changing the world around you is by changing your language to reflect the fact that you can look at other people as humans and that you can look at the earth as a being worthy of dignity instead of just an object worthy of exploitation.